located at the new location, finally, and we're live.
It's Jess the Ska Kid and a night of the round table.
Give points.
And brand new exciting news! We moved! If you couldn't tell, we're sitting on the floor. The basement is yet to be assembled.
This is not our old living room. We have a whole new everything, and as soon as we get around to it,
by Thursday.
Hopefully by Thursday, everything will be set up for the band to come here to play.
Yeah, because we'll have to think of a new name. It's been asked that we come up with a new name, so we're figuring that out. Because every place we've lived, we've come up with a different sort of fun name for our place. It was Casa de Ska Kid, then it was Palace de Sheila Reno. Now we have to think of something.
If you have a suggestion, we'll be open to maybe reading that suggestion. But anyways, it's Tuesday night. If you're home from work, you've had dinner, open yourself up a beer and do that.
So, on Thursday night, because we are crazy people, we will have Animal Factory with us. They got first band in the new place. 2020 is full of new. Also new, we are booking currently for Union Park Tavern. Those dates are available. It will be the third Sunday of every month through the year. It is a new time from 9 p.m. to midnight. That's Central Standard Time. And if you don't know about Union Park Tavern already, please feel free to browse the page and check out the articles recently. They were featured in the Kenosha News as well as Downtown Kenosha, which is a local publication that talks about the up-and-coming businesses. They are being hailed as a new music mecca and are close to celebrating 3 years?
Almost 3 years, I think.
Their anniversary date is coming up. And so they did a whole rebranding, and the new owners are very much about our philosophy and are booked, I think, through the year. So if you're looking to play there, please hit us up because our Sundays are available. And as of right now, I believe those are the only dates. I think she's booked out till October.
Oh, if you read the article, that we are mentioned in it.
We are mentioned in it.
That's pretty cool to be recognized.
Collaborative efforts pay off for everybody. That sense of community isn't just something that we talk about, it is something that we practice regularly. So, without further ado, we do have new music as well from the Kings Seattle. They sent us their new album, which was is about to be released. I think it comes out on Thursday, which is the 20th, but we got it here first, so you can listen to Love Trouble Here, which we'll play in just a second. But first, let's get a taste of what Animal Factory is. Their song, Three-Eyed Lemur, is available on Spotify as well as YouTube. This is them. Heart in Our Dust. that was Animal Factory. You can catch them here Thursday night at the brand new location. Oh my god! And stay tuned because we're gonna have like open house sort of thing.
Yes.
So
that track reminded me be Heavier Modest Mouse, to be honest. Jammy and
should be good.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. New music. New music. Speaking of new music, so a couple weeks ago we played a single off of the Malones, which had a new album coming out. They just messaged us. That album is now out, so you can check that out as well. Bandcamp, the Malones. However, new music.
If you're keen on basketball and everything,
Basketball rock.
Karl Malone. That's their shtick.
So I'm super excited to play this because it's come around. Jesse, who does the Seattle Ska page group, and initially when I worked at the radio station had sent us the first King Seattle album called Elwood. I was like, I love these guys. They're super fucking awesome. So now the band itself is actually direct messaging us and sending us their new music. So this will be released on the 20th. Albums, actual vinyl, are available now for purchase on Bandcamp, and they will be shipped out on the 21st. It's only $20 for a pre-order vinyl. And Love Trouble is the name of the record. This says the King's sophomore album, Love Trouble, was recorded at Ballard Bait Shop by Nathan Yakino, who did Soundgarden, Noah Gunderson, and Lemuel.
Lemolo.
There you go. It was mastered by Ed Brooks, and they're from Seattle, Washington.
Now, before we play this, after you hear this, you should check out their first album, which is it's pretty damn good. Coming from a rock and roll punk rock motherfucker here, it's super catchy and it rocks.
It does. So let's see. What does Love Trouble sound like? Well, sounds like most of your lives. They're awesome. King Seattle, Love Trouble, brand new. You heard it here first. Out on the 20th, which is like this week, right?
Thursday.
Hey, Thursday we have Animal Factory. Also, next week, so the last week of February, is Viewer's Choice. Viewer's Choice.
Ah, yes.
Pay attention, motherfuckers. Viewer's Choice.
We have done these before.
We're asking for you to submit to us over the next week and a half songs.
Fucking suggest things.
Songs you want to hear, but please, nothing known. Like, don't send me the Toasters, blah, blah, blah. Don't send me the Pie Tasters.
Underground,
Send me bands for upcoming fests. Send
unsigned music, preferably bands that aren't under distributors.
Yeah, so now that more and more bands, even after they meet with us, are releasing new, which isn't new, music with distributors, though they were aired first on our show, we're now receiving copyright claim
still
issues.
Get those emails.
So, if you go out and you listen to a local band regularly, or you have a friend who's in something and you want us to know, Viewer's Choice. Next Thursday, send us your suggestions. We will play them. Something like that. Something like that. Other things to mention, May 1st and 2nd is Ska by Ska West. That is happening in Texas. A new fest that I've never heard about. I believe this is the first year they're doing it. It's called Camp Punksylvania in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. There it is.
And last week when I messaged the coordinator, we're working out an interview. It is a camping, all ages, fun event. And 60% of their tickets were already sold. So check out Camp Punksylvania.
Cunt Punksylvania.
That's in August. Milwaukee Punk Fest is in the works. We've got Supernova coming up. We got asked, and I just got an email before this show, to help the Sierra Club work out a Rock the Boat event, which will happen August 8th down at Simmons Island. There will be the Pop-Up Beer Garden event, which we'll be doing. We'll be hosting a fundraiser for Punk Fest here. So lots of the Resurrection event is happening May 2nd as well. Reanimation.
Reanimation, Resurrection.
At the port.
Something.
And
Also the...
April 18th.
April 18th at SOS here in town, which is Rhetoric, Vendetta, Slaughter Party, and Scraps. Also, the Dorian Gray Art Show. I think the date got moved on that
Because
too.
of Shrimp Fest.
Because of Shrimp Fest.
I boycott that festival.
Fuck that.
Stop
I don't care.
paying to play.
If anyone that's watching that is involved in that, I'm sorry, it's bullshit.
100%. You do it for what? For what reason?
You get paid in exposure.
You know how you get exposure? Community. You have people who give a fuck about you, share your stuff. You have people who care, come to your shows. You push yourself to different places. You reach out and you ask if you can play places. Stop paying to play. The same people who pay to play then argue.
How did all of this stuff that we do, that's social media based and whatever, fucking internet, this and that, how did all of those other bands that came before you even were fucking born do it? They did it themselves.
Community. Playing shows. Posting flyers. Mixtapes.
You remember rotary dials? Didn't have buttons.
I'd like to mention this. This is the gear we started on when we started this show in 2017.
Yeah.
Because we would play tapes and albums.
Yeah.
So, be prepared for Viewer's Choice. We might even spin some of those because we've gotten vinyl since doing this show.
Yes.
So, we'll be doing those things. But Thursday, you can catch us in the new basement. We'll just call it that.
It's time for me to read.
So, if you have a catchy name excuse me, you'd like to see this place get dubbed, you can submit those requests to see our show, and just like PBS, encourages viewers like you to help control the content that happens on this page, on this show. I'm like, I don't know, I've become kind of opposed to voting. And that's a long diatribe, which if you'd like to have appropriate discourse, feel free to message me.
Yeah, we live in a day and age, and also a country. But also we have the right not to vote. Think about that one. So...
But you can always organize.
But you can always organize.
Grassroots, motherfuckers. Grassroots.
Yes.
Anyways, on this day.
On this day.
We got a house to set up.
Fuck. Yeah. There's a lot to do left.
Wanna come over and help? I'll give you graham crackers and milk.
Oh. We do. And fiddle faddle. Anywho, February 18th, which is fucking today. Like today isn't fucking itself. Maybe it is. Who knows? Happy birthday to Harold Land, tenor sax, 1928. Oh God. Yoko Ono, 1933. No one really fucking cares about her anymore. Skip Batten, The Byrds, 1934. Bobby Hart, 1939. Irma Thomas, 1941. Herman Santiago. I said that so wrong. Santiago. I was getting ahead of myself because I was adding extra letters because I am tired. Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, 1941. Danny Zager, or Zager, depending on where you're from. 1943, Jimmy Jewel, Gallagher and Amp Lyle. 1945, Dennis DeYoung, Styx. 1947.
But if you rub them together, you get lit, fam.
Yeah, how many saw dudes does it take to screw in a light bulb? None, because it's already lit, fam. Sometimes it's funnier than other times.
It's just made up of ridiculous inside jokes that nobody gets.
Judy K. Newton, 1952. Randy Crawford, 1952. Robbie Bachman, Turner Overdrive, BTO, 1953. John Travolta, 1954.
Grease.
Brian James, one of my biggest influences as a little kid, a teenager. I fucking love this man's musical style.
Were you gonna say balls, you weirdo?
No, not at all. Brian James of The Damned, the original guitar player, 1955, and he's still touring with his own stuff. Like it's really good. It's good grown up pop punk music, not pop, but British punk and American pop music way back in the day was way different, and that's why I said it. Get over it. Fuck you. Jasper Strainthorpe, Then Jericho, 1961. Boop, beep, doop, boop, 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 boop. Dr. Dre, NWA. That's funny. They have him listed under just that. 1965. Tommy Scott, Space. 1964. Andy and Jez Williams, Sub Doves. 1970. Chart News, 1956. The Platters, The Great Pretender, at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts. 1965, The Kinks at number 1 on the UK singles charts with Tired of Waiting for You. Also a really kick-ass band. 1967, The Buckinghams at number 1 on the US singles chart with Kind of a Drag. 1967, the Royal Guardsmen at number 1 in Australia with Snoopy versus the Red Baron. Make up your own lyrics. 1969, Amen Corner at number 1 on the UK chart with Half as Nice. 1972, Neil Reed at number 1 on the UK album chart with Neil Reed.
You're so vain. Probably think this song album is about you.
You're so vain. She was like a horse playing piano. Anywho, 1974, Graham Bond at number 1 in she really couldn't play with hooves.
Come on.
Graham Bond at number 1 in Australia with Farewell Auntie Jack. Oh boy, here we go. 1987. How old were you guys in 87?
I was 1.
Bon Jovi at number 1 on the US singles chart with Living on a Prayer. Oh wow, 1989.
I was 3.
I started kindergarten. Fine Young Cannibals at number 1 in the UK album chart with The Raw and the Cooked. Also, 1989, The Proclaimers at number 1 in Australia with I'm Gonna Be, oh God, I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles. Those weird fucking dorky fucking dorks.
What?
The Proclaimers?
Okay.
And I would walk 500
But that's not the
miles.
song.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
I'm gonna be the man, something, I meant for you, whatever, who fucking cares. Anyways, 2001.
Comedy gold! We just
I
keep
know.
feeding our editor ridiculousness.
Swish, swish, swish. Joe featuring Mystical at number 1 in the US singles chart with Stutter. That didn't make me stutter. 2007, Norah Jones at number 1 on the US album chart with Not Too Late. Not too late to not care who the hell that is. So, 2012, Kelly Clarkson at number 1 on the US chart with Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Push a little harder. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone.
Remember when she was popular?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2012.
Can you just keep...
Gig news. 1966, the Rolling Stones performed at the Commemorative Auditorium, Sydney, supported by the Searchers. 1969, the Jimi Hendrix Experience appeared at the Royal Albert Hall, London. 1971, Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band performed in New York at
Wow. Hi, Nick.
Ganos. I screwed that up.
No, you
Whatever.
didn't.
1971, T-Rex, also known as Tyrannosaurus Rex, and If played the Newcastle Mayfair. 1972, Mott the Hoople played in the Newcastle City Hall. And that is all for On This Day.
We moved. We have a new location. We have to come up with a new name.
Push my shoulder blade.
It's creepy. Stop. Iger over here needs to set up the basement so we can have the band on Thursday. Just kidding. You should the hump. I do the hump, and do the
These
hump.
little fuckers, I didn't have any time today.
Catch us Thursday. It's a clusterfuck of ridiculous while we get set up and balanced out here, but we'll have Animal Factory, and then the following Thursday is Viewer's Choice. And that week, we will also release April, May, and June dates for you to book here to do the Thursday night gig if that's something you've been waiting for. So send us your music suggestions. Tune in Thursday to check out Animal Factory. Pay attention to the page for available dates. And we'll take you later. Okay?
Thanks. Bye.